Hello guys, I am Max from NepMax Gaming. So today's video is about my top 5 Archgun in Warframe. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, it would help me a lot. So without any delay, let's begin. In number 5 we have Kuva Grattler. Despite the Kuva Grattler's lackluster upgrades over its default counterpart, this weapon is nonetheless a fantastic ad-clearing machine that is satisfying to use. This is effectively a flak gun, firing high-velocity rounds that explode when they reach a set distance. For whatever reason, this weapon has punch-through, meaning the projectile won't explode if you directly hit an enemy too close to you. Even with that strange negative, the Kuva Grattler can carve through virtually every enemy without much trouble. Great critical stats, large AoE coverage, solid fire rate, and solid status chance are all you need to take this Archgun into Railjack, Archwing, and even ground missions. Is it worth farming Kuva liches for a 60% version of this gun? Not really, but the Kuva Grattler a powerful Archgun if you need a better weapon and can farm liches. So moving on to number 4 is Imperator Vandal. Tied to the Fomorian invasion event, the Imperator Vandal is a substantially better version of the standard Imperator players receive after making an Archwing. This gun features more base damage, better critical and status stats, and it gains a fire rate boost after firing for a short time. As far as bullet hose Archguns go, the Imperator Vandal is easily one of the best. So why isn't this weapon in the top spot? 2 reasons. 1. The parts only drop from Fomorians, a limited time event. 2. It fires projectiles. Purchasing an Imperator Vandal set can vary wildly in price depending on how long it's been since a event took place. The second point seems strange on first glance, but the Imperator Vandal used to be a hit-scan weapon. This gun has no AoE effect whatsoever, and its projectiles are fairly slow. You're going to struggle fighting waves of fighters if you don't have a good build on this weapon. If you're willing to put in the investment, the Imperator Vandal is easily one of the best Archguns in the game for all content. But if you want a weapon that kills everything remotely near your reticle, you might prefer the Kuva Ayanga. Moving on to number 3 is Velocitus. The Velocitus is the Lanka's Archgun relative. This weapon deals an immense amount of damage with each shot that'd make most sniper rifles blush. But this weapon can also charge each shot, ramping up its damage to a ludicrous level. Eidolon limbs break in one shot. Prophet Taker gets one phased in a single Gauss round. Not even Steel Path Acolytes will survive. If an enemy is on the receiving end of a Velocitus charged shot, they will cease to exist. All of this power comes with a large downside. The Velocitus is a projectile weapon with no AoE explosion. The bullet's hitbox is surprisingly large when charged and has 5 meters of punch through on the surface, yet its lack of AoE makes it somewhat punishing to use if you can't land your shots. Thankfully, this weapon ricochets off hard surfaces in space and pairs exceptionally well with CC abilities on land, so it's not a major loss. Overall, the Velocitus is the quintessential heavy weapon. It's somewhat clunky, chews through ammo in atmosphere missions, but it packs one hell of a punch. Moving on to number 2 is Kuva Ayanga. As far as explosive weapons go, the Kuva Ayanga is one of the best. Only obtained from slain Kuva liches, the Kuva Ayanga acts as a fully automatic Tonkor, featuring excellent stats across the board and a large blast radius. It outputs great damage in all game types, and its AoE coverage makes it excellent for ground missions, especially when wielded by a necromech. Keep in mind that this weapon's grenades can bounce back towards you if you have automatic trigger installed, so be sure you have primed sure-footed installed to prevent self-staggers. And the first place in the list is Mosin. Building any necromech will grant the Mosin with a Gravimag pre-installed. That's rather convenient, as this is arguably the best Archgun for both space and ground combat. This weapon features 2 fires modes, an automatic rifle and a grenade launcher. The former is great for killing fodder enemies. The latter is effectively a nuke, killing everything remotely near the blast radius. Just like the Morga, you'll need to land 5 kills to charge the alt fire. Unlike the Morga, the Mosilon's primary fire is more than capable of killing enemies. A hybrid build for this weapon is more than enough to tackle steel path content and the toughest railjack missions. Creating a necromech is a big ask, but this gun is so powerful that the Mosilon alone is worth the grind. Everyone should own this Archgun. So guys, that's it for the video. This top 5 Archgun is from my perspective. If you think I have missed anything or if you don't agree with the weapon choice, please comment down below. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.